Hey, everybody, it's been almost a month. I've been out on the road with my show, and I mean, it's just crazy. And finally, we get to talk to Corbie. There's so much going on. I mean, you have no idea. If you guys are having a better week than we've been having, well, it's all in the stars. Shall we get the party going? Here we go.
Now shut up. The show's starting.
Hey, what a better way than to start the show with the theme from Bewitched. Because I've been playing Uncle Arthur for the last month and in the shows. And then because it's Corbie, you know, mystical, spiritual, and everything else. But I hope you've missed us. And what a great way to start the whole new show lineup than to have the incredible, the fabulous, and we're going to bring her on right now, Corbie Mitleid. Here we go, and there we go. Hold on, let me push the button. Oh, wrong one. I just hit all these buttons. See, I'm rusty, Corbie.
You poor darling. I love you anyway. It's okay.
Aww, you looking fabulous.
Thank you.
There you go. So how are you, Corbie? Oh my gosh, they're already checking in. Look at them. Look at them.
Of course they are.
Look at them.
I spread the word.
You did. There's oh my God. Angela from New Zealand, Holly Chia, Gina Sandy. I was just telling you about Gina. Gina did the sound for the Paul Lynn show this past week in Palm Springs. Hey, Gina. Carol, Cheryl Reese-Blivens. I guess everybody, did you miss us? Because we sure as heck missed you. Richard Fuchs. Hello, Corbie. Hope you're doing well. There we go. There he is there. Michael and Corbie from Angela. What's this? Hey, Michael, what's it like coming down from a couple of knock your socks off successes in California? Oh, we'll get to that in a minute.
Yes, we will.
We'll get to that. Oh, Barbara DeBella. Hey, Barb, how are you? Look at that. They're just piling it. Oh, wow. There's a lot of people piling in today. Hey, everybody on the Paul Lynn website that's checking in. This is me, Michael Airington. I've been playing Paul Lynn in the show that's been going out on tour. It started on tour September 29th. And so thank you for listening. If you have questions about the Paul Lynn show, just put it down there in the comment section. And of course, the incredible Corbie Mitleid is here. And we'll let you know that when the time comes, if you have questions or thoughts, type it into the comment section. Corbie's been shuffling up those tarot cards, and she will do certain things. Now remember, there are guidelines when you do the comments, and those are what, Corbie? No dead people.
All right. We don't do dead people in public because I do not censor what they might want to say.
Right.
No health questions. You go to my buddy Stacey Wells for that. Pretty much anything else we can handle.
Somebody, I love this. The person goes, "Love yourself, show daddy's here." That's so funny. Nice to be here too. Let's see. Hold on. There's another one. Hey, oh, it's Dore. Hey, Dore. We were just talking about you too. And then Gina, where was Gina? Where was I? Just saw that these things pop through here. There's Gina Sandy right there. She is wonderful, wonderful. I mean, when we were having the technical difficulties in the show, I think I told you. So we're doing the show in Palm Springs, and the computer rebooted itself. It had a bug and then rebooted itself right at the beginning, like the first 10 minutes of the show. So we had no Peter Marshall voice that was interrupting me. So Gina screaming from the back of the theater. She goes, I'm just gonna do Peter Marshall until the computer reboots itself.
Well done.
Very
well done.
Okay. Hey, Mega Masher. Nice to all the way from the East Coast. My God, there's so many of you all in here. Okay. Excuse me, Corbie. Sorry. I just get so excited. So, Corbie.
Yes, darling.
Before we came on, your cats wrecked your home theater.
This was Harley Q Pouncy Bounce, the Ginger Ninja Rescue Boy. Trying to get him out of here. Mommy's working, the screen's up, go away. he careens into my full spectrum lamp that usually lights up this side of my face.
Right.
So it went crash, glass all over the floor, no light there.
Oh
Quick,
my
clean
God.
it up, get on with Michael. Michael, what am I going to do about the light? So, we threw something together. If I look slightly off kilter, blame the ginger ninja. That's the story.
No. Well, the fact is, and then the other part was you thought the show was at 5,
I
and
did,
you came on early, and then okay, so
but we chatted. We
we
always chat.
chatted. But here's the thing. Always make sure your trusted psychic medium is not listening to you when you sign on. Because what happens is, so when I'm setting up the show, I have to set up all the audio and stuff. So
Hmm.
I had no idea Corbie was in the room. I just wasn't paying
He
attention.
was looking like a grumpy ass.
I was just in a bad, I was like in a
Yes,
foul mood. Not this happy face that you see on camera.
that's right.
And she goes,
That's right.
and then I went, "Oh my God, Corbie, you're here." She goes, "All right, I want to know what the hell's going on with you. Why are you?"
It looked like he had a vinegar suppository, kids. He was not a happy boy.
I was not. Anyway, so anybody else out there, you can put it in the comments. Had just had a weird couple of weeks. I mean, it's just been nutty. You've had a crazy couple of weeks yourself, technically
Yes,
and stuff, you know.
technically. And I got my bivalent booster, which, boy, howdy, that knocked me for a loop. And the other 4 shots, nothing. So I am convinced that I have an Avengers level immune system at this point.
Wow. Oh my God. Look, they're all the way from Johannesburg, South Africa. Hey, Carrie and Kayla tuning in for the first time. We'd love to connect, please. Of course. Did you see that thing I sent you this morning? I sent you that picture. It had gone through my Instagram freeze of this crazy medium going, "I will reunite you with your past loves for $35." Did you see that?
And if you knew some of my past loves, honey, I'd pay you to keep them away. No, 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 not going there.
Not go in there.
No,
So have you been paying attention to the election stuff?
it's hard for me
Mhm.
because, now I admit driving around where I am,
You're in
it's, yeah, it's Elise Stefanik country. I am
mm.
in her district.
Oh, you
And
are?
it's, yes,
She's crazy.
yes. I mean, it is nuts. It is nuts. Several years ago, before they dinked around with stuff, we were in Paul Tonko's district. Paul is fabulous.
Right.
And then we were in Antonio Delgado's district, which was great. But now they messed
Redistricting.
around with it, right? And Delgado is off being lieutenant governor. And because Schoharie County is basically blood red, they stuck us up with Stefanik. It's an
She's
enormous part of New York that she
wow.
rules.
It's
So,
crazy. Yeah, because she never used to be that way. That's the whole thing. She changed. She was a Democrat or something at one point.
no, but no, she wasn't a Democrat, but
No?
she was old line Republican reasonable.
Old line
Okay.
Republican reasonable.
But it's like, I know what it is to live in the county of hell when you're a Democrat. Because when I lived in Atlanta in 1994 in Cobb County, do you have any idea who my representative was?
No.
Newt Gingrich.
Oh my God.
So
Oy.
I have dealt with this before.
Right.
It ain't fun, but keep your head down. Let the arrows or the gun
Right.
bullets just go above your head.
Let's see, what is this? I've been to a couple of meetings and I believe in all of this. Thank you, Sharon. And then there's Janet DeBella. Hey, Janet. So yeah, for those of you checking in, my guest is the incredible Corbie Mitleid. She's an incredible psychic medium, spiritual intuitive. She does counseling, past life retrieval and analysis and all those fun things. And you can book her a private reading. And
Yep.
hold on, at Corbie Mitt. Oh, Michael, what did I do before we went on the show, Corbie?
You
I
spelled
said
it for me.
I
Yes.
spelled it for you, but no, I put it over here so I could just copy and paste it. So I'm sitting here like a lunatic going, and then there.
All right.
So
The one thing that I'm going to tell y'all is once a year, I do past life retrieval sessions outside of my big thing, a soul plane reading, which 98% of you don't need. Don't spend that money.
Right.
So if you have an obsession or a phobia or a place or a person that means a lot, you don't know why, this month, right through to Halloween, you can set up a reading with me. It's the October Past Life special on the website. Go book it,
Wow.
because I've already done about 35 of these this month. People love them.
Right. And they're pretty cool. And so everybody, Corbie has her cards. She has, and you have 3 sets, right? You have different set. You have there it is. Look at this. Those are the different tarot
All of
cards
them.
that she uses.
One
And
tarot and 7
oh,
or 8 oracle.
hold on. What
So
is this? Richard said, I had a fantastic
yes,
past lives readings with Corbie yesterday, and it
yes,
was
he did.
beyond amazing. She pulled down several past lives, and all of them resonated with my present. I would highly recommend. Wow, that is so cool, Richard.
Yes, yes. We had a great time, and when I get these, I see them like a movie, and I
Right.
can't register. I'm not looking at the person. Does it make sense, etc., etc.
Uh-huh.
But it just rolled out, and he went, "Yep, yep, 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 yep." And I love those,
Right.
because it means that all the pistons are firing. Let's put it that way.
Right, right. I mean, I just, it's so weird. We'll talk about it later on offline, because all of a sudden I've just been having this thing about my grandmother, and because she and I had a very volatile, weird relationship, and all of a sudden it's just been coming back. I think she wants to say she's sorry. It's kind of crazy, but that's been happening lately, and I'm like, oh. So
Now that you're going to make it, I think all of your dead people are going to be in the balcony seats.
you think so?
See him? I was related to him. Yes.
What is this? Hold on, Mega. I need that. I'm curious. Yes. If I'm on the same path. Yes. Where are you located?
Okay. Him or me?
Yeah, him or me. Well, I'm in Palm Springs. Corbie's in New York.
Yeah,
But
Northern Catskills. But you don't get to come to my house for a reading, Anne, because it's a tiny little 874 square foot bungalow. And if you're going to come here for a reading, you have to clean the whole damn thing, and I don't do that. So
and you have to bring
Zoom
firewood.
right, and deal with the cats. So Zoom, Skype, phone. That's how I do all my readings, unless I'm doing an appearance at a spiritual expo.
Right. But yeah, I love that thing for the special month of October. It's pretty cool. So let's see, what else were we gonna ask? I'm trying to. So we don't like to get too much into the politics, even though I feel we're gonna keep the Senate. You feel we're gonna lose the House, but
Yeah.
I still believe anything could happen, because nobody expected the women of Oklahoma to overturn and get abortion rights back. You know what I mean? I just,
Yes.
it's just, I guess we will all be sitting here with bated breath on.
Yes, we
night.
will. You may die, or I may die, or Louis may die, or the horse may talk, as they used to say.
So, people, here we go. If you have some questions you would like the Grand Priestess, her name is Corbie Mitleid.
Priestess my ass. All right, kids. For the new guys, the rookies, this is how it goes. Do not just say, "Can I have a reading?" Because I'll look
Right.
at you and go, "Sure," and go to the next question.
Right.
If I'm going to get fast readings for y'all, you give me what your question is. If it's about relationships, am I going to meet somebody? For God's sake, give me your age, because if you're 87, I may not tell you about the guy who's 20. I mean, I could, but don't you do that.
Sounds like me.
Okay. Basically, it's your everyday tour bus, house, car, job, kids. Okay, God, you put me here. Now what? Sometimes I'll get a past life, spirit guides, angels, that kind of thing, or just basic questions on metaphysics and spirituality. I mean, I've been doing this since I was 18. I'm 67, so I know a little something.
And sometimes you all of a sudden you'll pick stuff up. Like, you've done it. It seems like every show, during the middle of the show, at some point you go, "Uh-oh, I have a message for you, Michael." And it always comes out of left field, and it's cool.
Yeah, but
hey,
90% of the time, you know who's sending the message, don't you?
Right.
The
And
late great Allie Cheslick, Chatty Cathy of the dead.
Chatty Cathy of the dead. Now, it was so funny, it was like, I guess one of the things that scared me, I don't know if people have been reading about the news, but the 2 girls that got stabbed to death here. Oh, thank you, Gina. Um, uh, um, we're going to get to that. But I just want to talk about Vegas and the crime here. With that guy stabbed the 2 women, showgirls, in front of between the Wynn and the Venetian, right on the Strip, and then stabbed 6 other people for no reason. And I recognized the guy from being around this building. I put it up on Facebook. I've seen that guy, but there's so many homeless people and mentally disturbed people, which is one of the reasons why, as you and I have discussed, about moving,
Yes.
And then the other night, I put a picture up of the guy laying on the sidewalk and the other guy with a metal pole that was acting really weird. And you could see Champer's hair up on his back. Champer's like, what? Anyway, it's, I feel like, that house that I showed you, the mid-century, that really looks like the Brady Bunch house. They just went down on the price on that. So I thought. Anyway, here we go. All right.
Yes.
Starting off with Marianne Spellman. When will I sell my house and for what price? Please and thank you.
Marianne, until I know the size of your house.
Right.
And what you'd like to get for it, that's, a very vague, it's like, am I going to live? Yes. But where and how and why? So do me a favor. Let me know. Also, a house in Idaho is going to sell for a different price than a house in Manhattan. So where is it? What's the price you want? And let's see what we can do.
Okay. Gina, bless her heart, who just says she's never had a professional reading. And she writes, do you think theater folk are more open than, I guess, regular people?
Gina, darling, theater major at Brown University, professional actress in New York in the late 80s and early 90s. Hell yeah.
Answered that.
When you're in theater, part of your job is to reach into people's imagination. What do intuitives do? Get in your head and pull out things for your imagination to look at.
Right. All right. Here we go. Let's see. Susan Hirsch, because you said, give me an age. Susan Hirsch says, well, I meet someone. I'm 65 years old. Here we go.
Okay. Yep. Now, since you don't tell me what gender, I'm going to assume guys. So let me take a look here. We're looking for kings. October, November. Now, there is something in November. You're going to meet somebody that could turn into something very fast in November. Remember, by 65, we're supposed to have grown some brains. Don't do what you would have done at 20. Now, let me check next year.
She speaks to me.
And September of next year, man who makes money with his mind, doctor, lawyer, professor, architect, engineer, somebody like that. He's long past looks. He's seen other people with trophy bimbos and bores the crap out of him. So this is someone who, if you're smart, if you're feisty, if you have fun arguments with him, that's the kind of person you're going to want. So you got 2 shots in the next year.
Here we go. So Karen F. Are our past relatives most often our spirit guides, or are they no relation?
They can be a choice. Your spirit guides can be someone you know. My father, who was my best friend, often comes in when I'm doing a medical intuitive reading because he was a doctor, so he helps. They can be people you knew in a past life. My original spirit guides were people I flew with 100 years ago in World War I. They can be avatars, they can be animal guides, they can be ETs, they can be energy, they can be godheads. I've had people that have had Kuan Yin as their spirit guide. So Aunt Mabel may not want to hang out with you when she's crossed over. She may have other things she wants to do. But your grandmother, yeah, she's probably always looking over the balcony.
There you go. Aries spiritual guidance, you need to be a little bit more specific than just saying any messages for me.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Renee St. John. Hi. When I find Mr. Right, will I find Mr. Right next year? Is what Renee's asking. She's on Facebook.
Let's take a look.
We're going down the list, people. So if they don't get to
All
your
right.
name, here we
Renee doesn't give me her age, but I'm guessing from her looks. So, okay. Let's see what we got.
go.
Christmas next year. This is a guy that has grown kids, divorced, possibly widowed, but thoughtful, very kind, is in touch with his own emotions. He's a grown-up emo guy. What's a grown-up emo guy? Still an emo guy, but he doesn't let his emotions completely rule him.
She's
Yeah,
40.
no, I was looking for kings for you, Renee. They're 40 and over. We're good.
There you go. There we go. Let's see. Here we go. Here's another really one. I'm curious, Corbie, have you ever read anybody on the autism spectrum and if their energy feels any different?
Yes, one of my very, very, very dearest friends in the Netherlands is on spectrum. And I have hung out with people at the Option Institute, whose other side of the Autism Treatment Center of America. So, yeah, they are like a different radio station,
Mm-hmm.
but the radio picks it up. So I may explain things to them a little differently, but a reading is a reading is a reading. Because remember, being on the spectrum is only the personality. Our souls are complete and whole as they are. It's not someone's soul is on the spectrum and someone isn't.
Gotcha. Okay, let's go back over here. I forgot I could do the Corbie Mitleid. Ask questions in the comments there. Someone said great comment, Richard. Okay, here we go. Okay, we'll go back down here. Aries spiritual guidance says rephrased it to what does my spirit guides and angels have to say about where my connection is headed with the man I'm in connection with?
Okay. You've got to be more creative with this relationship than you have with other ones. Don't you know how you've got cookie dough and it's the same cookie cutter, duck, 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 duck. No, this time you have to treat it as it's completely new. Go for the unexpected, be okay with not knowing. That's what they want you to know, because it's going to take a detour to the scenic route that you haven't allowed before, but that'll be important.
There we go. Already over here, rat's nest. That's what I've read that different. Rat's nest. I'm a cancer survivor, and I'm at a great place in life right now. Well, I need someone to
Okay.
share my life with. I'm 58.
First thing, rat's nest, is I am going to correct you. You are not a cancer survivor, because I'm not either, and I've dealt with it 3 times. We are cancer dancers. We found out how graceful we could be under pressure. We avoided getting our toes stepped on, and we got off the dance floor in one piece. Okay?
There you
Think
go.
of yourself differently. Now, let's take a look and see if there's someone to share a life with. And like that, I have no idea if it's male or female. Could be either. Let me see. So whether I see male or female, I'm going to just say. I don't see anybody in particular now, but I have a feeling that if you change the people you hang with, that's going to be important. You know, sometimes when we've done the cancer dance, we have a certain tribe. You need to spread your wings a bit, because you don't know this person and you don't know anybody that he knows. Spread your wings. You'll be brought into that circle. That's when they show up.
Wow. Okay, let's go. Here we go. This one is the usual duo, love and money, female over 55. Also, people,
Okay.
just to let you know, when you're asking about romance, if you're interested in a male or a female, because we don't know what gender specific you are interested in or associate, so that helps too. So Oni
Yes.
is Oni is on Facebook. And
Okay.
oh, by the way, Karen F said thank you very, very much.
Welcome,
And
darling.
Gina said thank you about theater folks.
Good.
And there we go.
All right. Love and money. All right. So you're asking 2. I'm pulling 2 cards for you. Love this year, only if you're ready to give back. Okay. This is the balance card. It's justice. So I do think there's going to be a relationship for you, but it's going to test you, and it's going to say, have you learned from the other ones? We're going to present you with the fault lines from the other ones, and let's see if you've learned something. Money. Apparently the guy is going to have some. There you go.
Woo! There you go. Okay, I'm trying to understand this one here. Hold on. It's from Lori Morozic. Hi, Corbie. Just wondering if what I did with the city by law, if they were going to do anything with my complaint. Okay.
I can't give you the words, but I can sort of get the energy. So let me pull 3 cards on that for her. Number 1, money is going to be involved. Hopefully it's not kickback. Number 2, it's going to take longer than you think, 4 months at least. Number 3, they may just shrug, go back to the money. It may be that you're not the person paying them enough to do anything about it. Sorry.
Okay, so here we go. I'm scrolling down a little bit farther because this is Marianne Spellman who asked about the house.
Yes.
And are you ready for this?
Yep.
20 rooms in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. I'd like to get 1.1 million.
I know exactly the kind of area she's in. Remember, I grew up outside Philly.
That's
and
right.
It's Wilkes-Barre, not Wilkes-Barre. Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
Thank you.
And she's probably chuckling because we know everybody gets it wrong.
There we go.
All right.
I got it wrong.
So, all right, I'm pulling a 1.1. I'm pulling a card for more. I'm pulling a card for 1 million or 900,000. Let's just go in there. Okay. I think that, remember, that's the woman in her head, not her heart. Don't let the emotions sway you. Stick with the 1.1 million. If you want more, it's going to take longer to sell. It depends on, do you need to sell it right away or what? Now, let me get a quick on how soon. October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. Sold by June, I think.
Whoa. All righty. Let's see. I'm just okay. This is interesting from Nissa, who's one of our regular. Is karma still valid or is it dead?
Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. No, all right.
Yes, there is. There is karma.
Nissa, let me explain you karma. Okay. Karma is not bad and good, carrot and stick. That's the kindergarten version. Karma is really challenge. It's 5 things. Unbalanced energy, which is a neutral, healing, service, contrast, and healing of beliefs. Okay. I won't go into the whole story, but if everybody remembers Ryan White, the kid who had AIDS, made friends with Elton John, inspired Elton so much that Elton got sober and created the Elton John AIDS Foundation, which has raised $500 million.
Exactly.
Old line people would have said, oh, that kid had bad karma. He must have been awful. Look what God did to him.
Right.
New line karma says the soul went short life, tough life, but look what can result from it if I'm willing to go through it. So Ryan White didn't have bad karma. He came down with the chosen karma of service. Okay.
Right. That's so true. All right, here we go. Here we go. Lindsay Graves. I'm a 37 female single mom. I have a good career and I just got out of a toxic relationship.
Good.
There you go, girl. I'm just curious if I'm on the right path and if I'll have a healthy relationship in the future.
All right, Zen cards want to talk to you specifically.
Uh-oh.
Number 1, no thingness. Right now, float. Right now, instead of worrying about what you're going to have in the future, enjoy the freedom of getting out of a toxic relationship. Gratitude for your career. You're young enough to still make your life what you want it. Number 2, if you're not with somebody for a while, it's not isolation. It's good for you. You need to fall back in love with yourself, girl, because you haven't been there in a while.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, there it is.
Schizophrenia. Now, this doesn't mean that I think you're nuts, but it means that you are probably Monday, Wednesday, Friday going to go, where's my guy? Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, you're going to say, thank God I'm on my own. And Sunday, you're going to drink, gamble, or go to church. I don't know.
Right.
But the thing is, the world tells us that we should be with someone. But until we are ready to make sure that we get what we truly deserve, and we open to that, better that we're on our own. I'm very fond of saying that my first two husbands, yes, I'm admitting it, were, their attitudes were like the bad biker boys. Carl, we're in our 20th anniversary on Wednesday. He's like Father Mulcahy from MASH, completely different. And I didn't know that's what I wanted until I had him.
Right.
So right now, you're on sabbatical. You give yourself an R&R. You fall back in love with you, and you do not settle. The next guy has to think you hung the moon and deserve you, nothing less.
I keep waiting for that myself. All right, here we go. This is from Mega Master 91. He's still here. Do you see my finances getting any better in the near future, Corbie?
Let's take a look.
And everybody be calm. I'm going to get to all the questions when they come in. And for those of you checking in on the Paul Lynn side and the other sites, my guest is Corbie Mitleid, incredible psychic medium, spiritual, intuitive. And if you have a question or something you'd like an answer to, put it into the comment section over here, and we will get to it. But it's quite fun when she starts pulling up this stuff. Oops, sorry.
Mega Masher, I have to tell you, it looks rough next year until the fall. Some of the cards were not your best cards, things like the Tower. But what that means is there needs to be a fair amount of change in your life in order for the finances to come in. And those changes will happen by next September.
Wow. Okay. Oh God. Hold on.
Is that you dinging or me?
Yes, it's my friend.
That's fine. I wanted to make sure that my AirPods were not saying.
And I'm trying to understand why it's still doing the sound. Okay, hold on. Okay,
that's
there
why
it
I
is.
turn my phone off when I'm on you, kid.
Right. Well, I was like, hold on. Okay, there it is. He's I was a friend of mine, and I'm like, I'm on the air, and then they constantly have to come back it up with questions and questions and questions. So anyway, there we go. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Do you see my finances?
That's all right.
This karma. Okay, here we go. Karen W. Wanted to know, will my youngest son be okay? From people, please, you've got to be a little bit more specific sometimes. Is that going to be okay in school? Will
number
he be okay?
one, he has to listen to his inner voice, his good angel, number one, instead of the people outside him. Number two, he will always be a rebel. And he has to understand that sometimes being a rebel isn't the point. Third, if he has people around him who love him and will do the tough love thing, yes. But he basically, the universe needs to kick his butt and have a couple of come to Jesus meetings with him.
Right. Hold on 1 second. I am trying to. Here we go. Let's see. Thank you so much. Ari says thank you for your guidance. Lori says thank you, and Sharon D'Amato. Hey, Corbie, is there any way I can find out who are the people or person that have been looking out for him his whole life? Hey, wait a minute. Hey, Corbie, is there any way I can find who are the people or person that have been looking out for him his whole life? Who are we
don't
talking
know who him is.
Yeah, we don't know who is him. Sharon, come back with us and fix that. Let's see. Here we go. Chia. Hold on.
And I'm gonna right now, Angela. We said we don't do mediumship on the air. Okay, that's one of my 2 rules. No health questions, no mediumship. Mediumship is intensely private to me, and I do it in one-on-one sessions.
Okay, here we go. Okay, Holly Chia. How long will it take for my sister to move out of her stressful situation? Will she move to a more positive situation? She worries me.
Haven't we had this question from Holly a couple of times now? I seem to remember that.
I think so. I can't remember.
All right.
but you're gonna
3 cards.
there we go. 3 cards.
Integration. She has to want to move out. She can't be guilty about moving out.
Right.
Number 2, she has to be mature enough not to play the victim, but say, it's under my own power.
Right.
Third, she can't worry about being a burden to other people. If she needs help, she has to ask. Period. End of statement.
There you go. Oh, by the way, Yvonne Lynch says, "Hi, Michael. Hi, Corbie. Love and blessings from Ireland." There you go. Let's see. Hold on. Happy anniversary, Corbie. Somebody
Thank you.
said happy anniversary. Oni. Okay. Only. Okay. Oh, Catherine Johnson says, my son, is who she was asking about. Hold on. So the question was, hold on. I got to go back over here and find it. Let's see. Catherine Johnston. Catherine, where is it? I know it's somewhere there. She wanted to know if the son was going to be okay. Gosh, I can't find it now. Da-da-da. Okay, thank you, Holly. Okay, so she was asking about her son. I cannot find the question. Am I losing my brain cells here?
Yeah, the human cells.
Hold on. Misa, Richard. Where the heck did it go? I don't see her question. It was about oh God, where did it go? Catherine, I forgot your question. We have so many going through here. You were asking something about guidance with your son. Could you put the question back up, since now we know it's your son that you were asking about? Sorry.
Yes. By the way, while we're waiting for that, told you, Father Mulcahy from MASH. That's my husband, and that's me.
Oh my God, that is. You're right.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Oh, this is a friend of mine, Joel. Hey, Joel, I haven't seen you since 2003, I think. He goes, I wonder, hey there, I wonder why I always get notifications when you have the tarot reading. What do you mean?
When I'm on, probably.
Right?
Yeah. It's because he shares it, I share it, my friends share it. We're loudmouths. What can I say?
There you go. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Richard, I'm curious if someone is interested in learning reading cards, would you recommend people to start with tarot or oracle cards?
You know, believe it or not, I'm going to say oracle cards because tarot has so many rules. It's got a structure you got to follow. It's been around forever. Oracle cards are a lot more loosey-goosey, and they're a great way for you to learn to trust your own intuition. I teach a course called Deck-a-Dance, as in decadence. And everyone is supposed to bring one non-tarot based deck. And within 3 hours, they're picking up other people's decks and reading them immediately. No fear, just diving in. So I would say oracle decks first.
Gotcha. Okay, hold on. Lee Maxwell. Here we go. Hey, Lee. Lee's, hey guys, 50-year-old gay male. Would love to find love again. Do you see it in the cards for me? If so, when? Thanks so much. How you doing?
Okay, let me check for this year, Lee, darling. Hang on.
Okay, Catherine, we'll get to you in a second, but you're talking about your son, your husband. You were talking about your son earlier, so we'll figure this out.
One question per person, please.
Right.
One. Be fair to everybody.
Lee Maxwell. Okay. Dun, dun, dun.
For you, I'm seeing it may take until next November, but the man has money. Now, he's a little bit conservative. He is smart with money, which is why he's conservative. So it'll take a little bit to know him, but as long as you can talk to him on his wisdom, economic, intellectual level, you should hit it off very well.
That sounds good, Lee. Okay. Catherine. Okay, here's your new question, because we didn't get the other question. But will my husband get a permanent job soon?
Let's take a look. How many months? October, November, December, January. Should be first thing in the new year. Okay? January, February.
Okay. Also, okay. Sharon D'Amato. That's where. Well, okay. Sharon. Okay. Hey, Corbie. Is there any way I can find out who are the people or person that have been looking out for my son his whole life? Also, do you see a move to a different state in the next few years? So I
All
guess.
right. I think she's asking for her son's spirit guides. Yes, you can find out. Since I'm not connected with your son, I have no information on him right now. I'm not going to do it. But interesting, what they're showing me is a candle exercise. You get one of those nice big fat candles in a dark room. You light the candle, you put it on a table, and you just gaze into the candle flame. You're going to start to see faces. Specifically say, I would like to know who's got my son's back. I appreciate you very much, but I would like to know who you are so I can thank you properly. You'll get it. Now, move to a different state in the next few years. Let me take a look for 5. Year 6. Year 6. So 3, 4, 5, 2028, probably.
There you go. Pretty cool. Here's an interesting. Let's see. Here we go. He sounds like mine. Thanks so much. Can you please tell me when I will meet the man of my dreams? Can you describe his qualities?
Has Mary Ann Spellman already asked a question?
I think she did. Yeah, she did. Okay. Bring it to the next one. Here we go. Here's Paula PG. Hello, thank you for this session. I haven't spoken with my family since last Christmas and felt it was healthy to keep the distance. Should we reconnect again? If so, when?
Okay. 3 things on reconnecting. Let's take a look at that. First, go with the flow. Don't push it. If it's right, a situation will be presented pretty obviously. 2, the fool is not the stupid person. The fool is the exuberant rookie. Carried very little emotional baggage.
Right.
That's going to be important if there's going to be a reconciliation. And third, go in friendly. Not obsequious. You're not a puppy crawling on your belly. But realize everybody does the best they can based on what they think will make them happy. Okay. So it will be your choice to reconnect. And the when is when the situation is presented to you. For instance, you decide to go to Seattle for a meeting, and oh my God, there are the family members you've been meaning to connect with who are staying at the same hotel. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about.
Joel, she's German, and I know him because I never see anything for you, but when she is online with you, I get it. I guess I'm going to have to contact her. It's the universe telling you, Joel, you need to contact Corbie, and you can do that. There must be a reason, because you can reach her right there.
Wait, we've got it. Okay.
What?
Tina Rebecca reading. Poacher, scam, filth, poacher.
Where is that?
Tina Rebecca, Joanne,
okay,
inbox me with your full name and date of birth for your accurate reading, beloved. Oh, bullshit.
Delete comment. Okay, got her.
So I'm telling you right now, when someone comes in to somebody else's feed, uses darling, beloved, I am poacher, scam, right. They will get your credit card and steal you blind. And what's with them that they're not good enough to get their own clients?
Right?
Don't trust them.
Yes. Okay. So Joelle, that's how you get a hold of Corbie and set up a reading, right there. Okay. Here's one. Oh, this was interesting. Hold on. Hold on. Where was it? Oh, here. Okay. This is interesting. I don't know. Would love to know if the cards see a baby in the future for my husband and I.
Well, first of all, we have to check and see if there is a baby. Then I'll see when. So, all right. Baby for Emily, yes or no? Yes. How many shots? 2 possibilities, pink or blue. Blue ink, both of them. Let's see when. October. You could start trying now. This is the October card, but it's the be careful what you wish for, you're going to get it. November, December, January, February, March, April, and April. October and April are the best months for you to try for a baby.
There you go. Do 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 do. Okay. Hi. Let me see. Here's another one. Hi, Corbie. My work has been really full on at the minute. Do you see it settling down?
I believe that the phrase you're looking for, Yvonne, is full goose bozo. Let me see.
Full goose bozo.
Victory through teamwork. If you can get everybody working where they're supposed to work, yes.
Mm-hmm.
The clients or the people that you have to work for are going to be the problem. But interestingly, you're going to find a whole new way of working because of what's on your plate. So will it calm down? Yes, but not before you pin it to the ground and put a ribbon on it.
All right. Once again, everybody, if you have questions or something you'd like to get an answer to or feel for through the tarot cards, Corbie's doing that. If you keep coming on here and asking 100 different questions as the same person, we're not going to answer your questions. You know, it's like we want
let me explain, you guys. I love doing free readings with Michael. I mean, Michael is one of my nearest and dearest. I adore the man, and this is fun. But for someone to constantly come for free questions and free questions and free questions and free questions, then I never hear from them again, that's gaming the system.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why one shot per show.
And which is why I will ignore.
Leave room for other people.
Right. Truth Seeker is one of our regulars.
I know. Hi, TS.
And he's like, is there any love coming my way? Thank you. Yvonne Lynch said, thank you, Corbie. Very
Anytime,
much.
girl.
Dean, we're going to get with you in just a second.
You have any idea about Truth Seeker's age?
Truth Seeker. I can't tell if Truth Seeker is a male or female. But Truth Seeker said he loved the picture behind me. I don't know which one. There's 3. There's Esther Goldberg, Michael Airington, and Paul Lynn.
Well, if you're looking for a girl, you've got one in February. Earth Mama type. Fine cook. Solid life. Big laugh. If you're looking for guys, there is a gentleman who is older than you.
59. Truth Seeker is 59 and a female.
Okay. Then the person that you're going to be looking at, I see somebody for you in July, and they are older than you are. They are in their mid-60s or older, but it's the Emperor card. They know who they are. Their money is set. This is not someone you're going to have to fix. So July looks like your month.
Pretty cool. Oh, here's a new person. Dean Monroe. Love being retired since March of 2020, but is there another opportunity coming my way?
Let's see. Yes, but it may require a move. Doesn't mean across country. Could be, you know, Buffalo to Syracuse. But yes, I do see something coming for you in February.
Wow. There you go. For everybody checking in, we are I'm here with Corbie Mitleid, incredible psychic medium, intuitive spiritual counselor, and we are taking questions. So what happens is you want to type something you want to know into the comment section, and we don't want to know about dead people. And Dean says thank you.
Welcome.
But it's
dead people and health questions are the only things that I won't do. Why? I'm a hypochondriac. I don't want to think about it. But if you need health, you go to Stacey Wells, STACIWELLS. Dear friend of mine for a quarter century and the best damn medical intuitive in the US. You want to talk to your dead people? I do that, but I only do that in private sessions because I never censor what I get. And it could be it's stuff that you don't want out in public. So I respect your privacy by keeping mediumship private. Otherwise, we can play.
Here we go. Here we go. Heidi Ann Charles. Hey, Heidi. Will I ever get over my grief?
Boy, Heidi, that is such a tough
I know.
but wise spiritual question. Will it completely go away? Probably not. It doesn't for many of us. I mean, there are times that I just lose it because my father's not around, and he died a week before 9/11.
Right.
Okay. But there are ways that you can deal with the grief.
Gotcha.
First thing is compromise. Tell yourself, today I won't grieve. 2 days I won't grieve. Today I will do for me, kind of thing.
Gotcha.
But realize that, yeah, there will be some breakdown. You can't postpone the tears forever.
What she said. Go ahead.
And no guilt. You know, people say, oh my God, I didn't see them before they died, or did I do enough? Please, this is very important. When people cross over, they are going to meet the rest of your soul that is up there. Our souls are too big to fit in these tiny bodies. And everything will be resolved. No guilt. They're not bringing any guilt. They're not bringing any anger. They're not bringing any resentment back to you. To let the guilt go completely.
Interesting. And her father passed away last week, so that's why she's dealing with grief. And
Okay.
that's, I mean, that's tough with anyone, you know. But yeah, and
Yes,
I
it
can
is.
tell you, for someone who's dealt with grief my entire life, it never goes away. It never does. But you also don't allow yourself to get into a pity party every single day, because
That's
life.
right.
One of the things you find out as you get older is life goes
Mhm.
on.
It
It just
does.
goes on.
It does.
But you also, Heidi, you know, uh, one of the things that I've dealt with my personally with grief is, you know, I always remember the good things about the person, which kind of makes me smile, you know. But yeah, there's going to come times where you just are by yourself, and all of a sudden you'll see something on television, or a card or a letter or something pops through, and you're going to get a little tear in your eye, and you're going to be emotional. And it's like Corbie was saying, you know, we don't entirely get over grief. You know, it comes in waves and forms. And some people, at least from what I've gathered in my crazy life, is some people never know how to get over it. You know, they wallow, they wallow,
Mhm.
they
Wallow.
they wallow, they wallow in their grief. And you know, but listen, keep your head up there. You know,
One of the things I'm going to suggest, honestly, find your favorite picture of your dad and have that with you. That's mine. That's mine from 1985.
Wow.
I'll tell this quick story. We were at a wedding, outdoors, and the pastor was going on and on and on and on. And my father, who was an inveterate pun person, leans over and double barrel puns about the bride and the pastor. And I just buried my head in his shoulder, trying not to laugh hysterically.
Uh-huh.
That is the uber picture of me and dad. Find
Uh-huh.
yours and keep it with you.
What is he doing? Oh, sorry. I thought Gary Busby was saying something, and I thought he was trying to get a hold of us, but he was just sending me a funny ass meme.
Okay.
And Heidi says, "You are a great comfort to me. Thanks you so much. I will get there. I have my favorite picture. It is by my bed." There you go. There you go.
Good.
Eileen Sisk. Hi, Corbie. Recently, a man contacted me whom I met 12 years ago. He's been calling me this week. Just wondering what you pick up on this friendship.
Hang on. 5 cards. You, dude, the relationship as it stands, what you need to know, and best possible outcome. You have moved on. Remember that. He, self-growth and self-improvement. Whatever the problems were that he had, he may have improved. Right now, isolation. 4 months before, don't bite right away. If he keeps contacting you after about 4 months, then he's serious. What you need to know, is, I have a feeling you guys are going to argue the first time you meet again.
Mm.
Outcome, it's dancing on quicksand. I really don't think he's worth it.
Okay, I got something. Can I ask
What?
something? Okay.
Yes, darling.
I didn't bring it up to you in our earlier conversation. So I've
Uh-oh.
been talking to this person. Who's over the age of 30, believe it or not.
Good.
32. And I don't know, we've just had this electric thing going on. He's actually, we haven't met in person. We've just been meeting online and talking, but he's coming in Thursday and Friday to Vegas. He's in Utah climbing mountains. But it's just interesting. We have like this interesting connection. And I was just wondering if
You,
but I never do this. You know, I
mountain
never do
boy.
this.
Do you want me to read this in public, honey?
I,
You know me.
go ahead. You know me. My life is
You,
an open book. Yes.
somebody else to bedevil you while you're trying to get your career off the ground. Mountain boy, when this card shows up, it is the high maintenance person. They walk into a room 3 feet before they walk into a room. If that was a woman, she does this. Hi, we're going to do it my way today. Oh, you didn't want to. I'm so sorry. There's the door. Bye. The relationship would happen fast without a background. What you need to know, it's great when it's fun. It's not when it's not. Outcome, be in your head, not your heart. What's the most important thing for you right now? A relationship or success?
Success. Thank you. So it's going to be fun. It'll be a fun time and a new friend.
It'll be a fun time, but he comes after all the stuff giving you success.
Of course. Let's see. Let's go on. See, there it is, people. Allow yourself to be vulnerable with Corbie Mitleid in our next edition.
I will hit you upside the head with clue brick, darlings. I will.
Oh, Jonesy says, Michael, you have the cutest laugh. Oh, thank you. Let's see. Nikki Venezuela. I'm in Utah. That's nice, Nikki. Hold on. I'm gonna say, hey, Nina. Hi, Elaine Smith. I love a reading if you feel drawn. Well, Zelda Notka, we're not. You've got to give a reason.
Okay.
For why?
Zelda, let me explain you since you're new. Okay. A lot of people do that, and their answers can be lovely and vague. I'm from New York. I want to know what you want to know, and I will go boom. Because to me, vague you can get from Zoltan, Geico commercial or whatever. Zoltan, I want to shake your hand. Crash. No, I am not Zoltan. I am not Madame Hoo-Ha. I'm an intuitive counselor, and I want to give you the best damn short answer I can. So, what's biting your butt, my darling? That's what you come with to me, and I'll help you with that.
Aha. Okay, Wanda Campbell. Hey, Wanda, how are you? Will I ever have the money to leave my situation? So I'm guessing we're in something weird. Heidi, we've already answered a question, sweetheart. I'm doing like one question per person at this point.
Okay. The answer, Wanda, yes. Number one, communication, word of mouth. Ask for the help. But your ship comes in, which turns your life from lead into gold. Yes, you will. Don't fritter it away. Don't say it wasn't quite enough, so I'll just go buy, a new one. No. You sock everything away and you get out as soon as you can.
Okay, she said, is Yusuf coming back to me, and what are his current feelings? That's
Yusuf, the relationship, what you need to know in best possible outcome. You would like to be the empress of his little kingdom. Yusuf, this is a karmic situation. He has left you before in other lives. The two of you are always having to hold his mouth shut, whether it's you don't agree with what he says, or he's yelling, or it's all about him. What you need to know, he will bring you back into the same trap you were before. Outcome, he has not changed and he's high maintenance. Do you really want him back? There's bad out there. And remember, I'm a happily married woman, so it's not that all guys are terrible.
There you go. All right, Nikki. Finally, Nikki came up with a question here. Why is my husband being rude to me? Okay,
That's a valid question.
valid question. Here we go.
You're more mature than he is, darling, and you know it. His world is all about him, and for some reason, I'm seeing the foundations of his world being shaken, and he doesn't know how to handle it.
Hmm.
And if he's feeling guilty, he screams at somebody else so he doesn't have to think about his own guilt.
Interesting.
You know, some people, well, look at the orange orangutan. You know, if he's guilty of something, he'll pin it on somebody else, turn it right around. Something's up with your husband, and if he's pushing it on you, don't accept it. Say thank you for sharing. You may think that if you wish. Now you want to roll it back and let's talk about this.
Athena Pullen says, "Will my partner get promoted soon?" Okay, I can't wait to Leanne, we're gonna get to that one. And Leanne Brumeister, we're gonna get to that. Holly Chia goes, "I love Corbie's straightforward answers." Yeah, she does. She puts it out there.
I don't think so, Athena, because I'm getting this card. He may want to change where he works. If he does, within 2 months of that, happy home and truth. So I think there's a better place coming for him.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. This is the one. Leanne, will a fur baby adopt me in the near future?
Will a fur baby adopt me?
You know how that works.
I do. I do. Well, woof. I'm getting a woof. So
Oof.
there is going to be someone who wants you to be a mom pup. I do
Uh-huh.
not know the size of where you live, but the energy on this dog is very golden retriever type of energy. Now, it could be a small dog who acts like a golden retriever,
Right.
and for those of you who don't know what I mean by golden retriever, this is the golden retriever diary. Woke up this morning, my favorite. Went and had breakfast, my favorite. Going for a walk, my favorite. Bath bummer. Took a nap, my favorite. It's just boom, boom, boom. The dog is a peripatetic armored Nerf ball. That's what you're going to get. So I hope you weren't looking for somebody nice and quiet, because they're not going to be there. There is a dog who sees you and says, "Can we go play now?"
All right, here we go. Elaine Smith says, "Will I move from my house anytime soon?" And
Let's
then
see.
Yvonne goes, "I love Corbie's moxie."
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're not going to move unless you push it, Elaine. It isn't just going to magically happen. You have to tell the universe, "I want out." And then, yes, move within the year. But there is nothing that is going to cause your move without your making something happen.
There you go. That's like me. She's already Corey's already said I'm going to move probably after the first of the year sometime. So
And he knows why.
I do know why.
Mhm.
So people, come on, where we are, here we are. Leanne says, "Thank you so much." We're over an hour so far. I know
Mhm.
what time now. When do you have to go?
Normally, guys, I know we read for like 2 hours, but I'm going to have to cut it at like 7:15 today, because I do have one of my past life
Right.
readings at 7:30. And
Right.
I
So we
blew
got
it. I thought we were going to be on from 5 to 7. I forgot we had moved it a half an hour. Oops, bad me.
It's okay. So we have a few more minutes. So let's see. What it was like. We have about less than 10 minutes to chit chat
No,
here. What?
no.
What
Less
time
than
is it?
10. No, 7. It's 6:34. We have like 40 minutes.
Oh, okay. I was, I flunked math, right?
I know. I know.
I know. So
So,
listen, let me
yes.
see how many people are here. Let me
All
see. A
right.
lot of YouTube
Meanwhile, I'm
people.
going to shill a little. Can I shill?
What's that? Uh-oh, she's
Shill.
going.
Shill.
Sorry, I
What? Are you
thought I
looking
heard.
at your dog?
No, I heard voices. I was like, "What's that?"
No.
Anyway, no, I heard voices out in the hall. So
Oh, no. It's all of you guys, that's your book. I wrote this for you. There are 6,000 books out there that tell you how to be a psychic, how to read. No, if you go to a museum and you love sculpture, you go to enjoy the sculpture. You don't necessarily want to come home with a block of marble and a chisel and digging out to find the camel. Well, that's what this book is about. What we can do, how to find a good one, what questions to ask, what to avoid, when to run. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So there it is for you. Very important. On Amazon. Get it. Because
There
a
it
lot of the questions that I've been answering on my podcast stuff on
Right.
other people, it's all there. I keep saying on page 82, it says.
Okay,
So
Richard,
it's
go
what?
ahead.
Richard, what?
No,
No,
Richard,
no.
this is not another question. Sorry if this, but
No,
can one?
no, this is not a question. No, the questions I object to, darling, are I want a reading. You're asking informational. That's a
Right.
different
And
thing.
she just said, but how can one access your decadence program?
Oh, God. I teach it online. I kind of prefer to teach it in person so that everybody can swap stuff. But basically, I do have an article that explains how to do it, which I will look up. Richard, I know where the article is and I know you, so I will directly send it to you. It's ways to work it. But, you know, the point of decadence is people have to be in the room together because
Mhm.
you're going to swap decks and you can't do that with Zoom. So,
Mm,
and I know you're back up in Kitchener in my wonderful Canadian thing.
right.
So, there is somebody up there who is a very good teacher that I think I want to put you in connection with. She's also in Kitchener and she's going to help you with that. Okay. So I will write to you after the show, send you the article, tell you who to go talk to.
Okay. Eileen says, thank you, Corbie. My phone died just as you were answering my question. Will I have to answer on the replay? Michael, I'm going to be in Las Vegas this week to see my family. What was the question, Eileen? I forgot what it was. That was way back. Eileen, what was the question again? Because
Yeah, it's Omega Brain, honey. It's gone. So
right.
yes, it will
It's-
be on the replay.
It'll be on the replay, but you know, this is Gina who we talked about earlier. She was asking about the theater kids, but I'm going to give her a chance. Gina, 48. Do I stick with show business after my kids are out of the house in a couple of years? I'll just throw in the towel. And she worked with me this week. You know, she worked with me.
I'll show you what happens. 3 cards for if you go back to what you love, and 3 cards if you leave the stage. It's up to you.
Mm-hmm.
If you stick with it, there is success. Whole bunch of new people to meet, and that's good karma. If you just give it up, everyone's going to tell you about theater anyway. You'll have all the ideas about what you could be doing in theater. And you'll never give up the idea. You'll always sit on it and say, should I? For God's sake, woman, go.
Yes, never. No, don't. I always tell people, don't live your life on should I, could I have done that? Just do it. And I tell you that, Gina, as somebody that I've just met you recently because you worked on my show in Palm Springs and saved my butt. But the thing is that you know, so many people go through life, you know, wondering later on, maybe I should have done that. No, you get out and you do whatever you
Do
can.
you know the comedian Loretta LaRoche, Michael?
Kind of, sort of. Loretta LaRoche.
She's got a great line that I love and I use when it's not a PG show. Women, they're always shooting on themselves. And when they're not shooting, they're masturbating. Should, must, don't do
right,
it.
right.
There you are, girl.
There you go.
No shoulds, no musts.
Okay. Let's see. Hold on. May I please ask to have the article 2? Paula G. Which article was that?
The Decadence article. All right.
Oh, the Decadence.
Here is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
All right. I want people to write to me at Corbie@CorbieMitleid.com. And in the subject line, you put decadence. I'm going to put it in the private chat so Michael spells it right. Okay.
Hold on.
I'm good.
I'm sitting here. I'm putting this here. Corbie@CorbieMitleid.com. There it is. I put it up.
Right.
There it is. Right.
Right. That is correct.
Okay. I had to double check it.
Yes. And in the subject line, it's decadence article.
Decadence
DECK,
article.
yes, -A-dance article.
So
So,
Deck.
no, the book is not only available on Kindle Yvonne, because I'm the one that sends out the paperback.
Ah,
Okay.
there we go. All right. There was another
So,
question. Let's see. Where was it? Will my son and daughter-in-law have a baby, from Heather?
all right, it's easier with names, but let me check.
Right. New comments. Hold on. Let me see.
Yes, one shot girl.
Do. Gina says, thank you, Corbie, for that. Okay. Where people. We've got Corbie for a few more minutes. If you've got some questions that you want answered, this is your opportunity. She's here, and I asked a question.
Yes. I mean, we could go back and do, if we don't have people giving us questions, we could go back to some of the people with seconds at this point.
Right. No,
if you want to scroll back.
The person I was asking you about is watching the show. And
Hi, stranger. I'm a straight shooter.
His name is Alex. His name is Alexander. He was like, hey,
Alex Starling.
Right.
I'm a straight shooter.
Right.
If this is what Spirit told me to say, I don't fudge.
Right. He goes, it was so funny. He goes, Michael, we can just be summer lovers and free souls. I thought that was funny. And I said, Corbie's a straight shooter, and she's very protective of me and my career right now. But I just,
he's got one down here and one up there. You screw with Michael, and I swear on everything holy, Allie Cheslick will haunt your ass.
She will. I hope she goes after that person in Palm Springs.
Oh, they'll probably have flat tires,
Oh my God. Here we go. Cheryl Ann goes, is it worth staying with the job I have or move on?
All right. So 3 for stay and 3 for move.
3 for stay, 3 for a move, 3 for stay, 3 for a move.
If you stay with it, you're still going to have bitchcraft to deal with.
Right.
But there is a new possibility at the same job. But it's going to be more responsibility and not enough pay. If you move on, there's going to be a female boss who thinks you hung the moon. You are going to have to leave some things behind. It's not going to be an all-encompassing career. There may be some talents of yours that don't get used. Yeah. But you find talents that you've put aside that you love and you forgot. So I would say, unless you adore where you are 6 ways to Sunday, move on.
Okay, here we go. All right. Felicia, Pink, 22. I've been romantically involved with a guy that lives in Australia. I'm in Colorado for 4 years now. We still haven't met because the last few years have been crazy. Wondering if I should let go or not.
That's the Zen deck.
I was going to say, has he asked for money?
There is nothing to build on right now. Compromise. I hope you've at least Zoomed. Because until you meet him, you don't know if you're making him up in your head to some degree. So if you can't meet within the next 3 to 4 months, time to let it go.
very much so. Oh, excuse me.
Poor darling.
No. I just had a yawn. I'm drinking my my San Pellegrino
Okay.
Arreciata Rosa. But yeah. So anyway, there we go. Gonna bring this down. All right, folks, come on. It's your opportunity. It's a Sunday. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. Oh, okay, we just did that one, Sherlan. Is it we're staying with the job I have? We've come to people are just only if you're okay, only if you're accepting a second question. All right, give us the question, Lindsay.
Yes. All right. Will you receive a raise at work soon? Let's see. In January, but it's not going to be nearly as much as you want or deserve. It'll be something, but it ain't great.
All of a sudden, I just got what did I mean yawning? I'm not tired at all. I actually slept really good last night. I was at that Persian party and just did you see a picture of me with a belly dancer? It was just too funny. But yeah, because it's only what it's 3:46 here. So it's all good.
Yep.
Okay, thank you, Corbie. Let's see. What did it say? We have talked on the phone a bunch and Zoomed, but I'm getting answers. So he says we have
Make it happen, darling. Make it happen by April. That gives you 6 months. Okay. But no later than that.
Because if it's Australia, yeah, because if it's Australia, he doesn't have to have a visa, I don't think. He can he can just come here. Oh, what is this, Felicia? Oh, Esther Goldberg since the donation days. Do you know how long that's been? Wow.
Talk about Joe Nation.
Do you remember them? Joe Nation was the kid. He was the kid that I worked with, and Esther. He was one of the YouTube people back like 12 years ago, and Joe Nation. We did the Joe Nation Assassins series, where Esther was the how do I explain? She was like the gangster mother grandma with her sons, and she played this evil person. And then what happened was, I made the show. I helped write the series, and then when everything started to get big for Joe, he forgot who I was, and that I helped him do that. And then they were trying to leave me out of the loop on the creativity of stuff back then. But I ended up getting a deal with Relativity, the film company. But I haven't spoke to Joe since because I feel like he stabbed me in the back, back then. And I remember Allie going,
he will regret it.
Oh, well, he doesn't even do anything anymore. No, Esther's not gone, Richard. Esther is coming back. In fact, I'm probably going to do an Esther show here maybe this week. Esther's going to pop in and talk. I just
can I do a psychic Sunday with Esther?
Whenever you want. I was almost going to. It's so funny you brought that up. I was almost going to do it today. I
think that Esther. Well, no, December. Is it December that I'm going to do a double show with Pat, or January?
At December.
Okay, fine. Then in January, Esther.
All right. But she's going to come on beforehand. What I was going to say is let's see. We just did our tickets. So we fly. I drive to Los Angeles with show stuff on the 21st, I think. The 20th, the 20th or the 21st. And then we leave to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico on the 25th, the day after Thanksgiving. So I'll be gone from November the 25th, and then we fly back on December the 15th. And then I believe we're going to do you and Pat Dumas. We haven't set the date, I don't think, but it's going to be like around Christmas, Thanksgiving, or New Year's or something. I forget what it is. It's right before New Year's, I believe, is what we were talking about.
Yes, we're going to do what's ahead for 2023.
What's ahead for 2023. But yes, Esther's coming back. Let me explain, Richard. Esther's been on a sabbatical because there's this big project that we've been waiting to come out with her. And hopefully, this project will come out after the first of the year. It's finally out of legal, the documentary that she was involved in. And when you're doing a documentary, they do this stuff with lawyers where they have to back check all this stuff with the documentary, or people can get sued for defamation and libel. So it was in legal for almost 3 or 4 months, and it just got out, which means this project is either going to be on Netflix, Paramount Plus, Hulu, or Amazon. We don't know yet. But we were kind of saving it up for her because we wanted to like promote her character as well. And and we were focusing on Paul Lynde, and Paul Lynde is taking off. It's crazy. There's all kinds of cool stuff, but she is back. She is coming back, and she's going to be funnier than ever because I really need to focus on her TikTok and on her website and stuff like that. So she'll be back. She'll be back. Let's see. What do we have here? Second question. Holly Chia asks, will my trip home at Christmas time be enjoyable? Oh, okay.
Always ask instead, how do I make it enjoyable?
How do you make it enjoyable?
Okay. Always ask the empowering question.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, there are going to be some people whose mouths you want to shut. You just look at them and laugh.
Right.
Okay. And if they're really annoying, I always recommend the duty head defense. What is the duty head defense? Imagine them a 4-year-old walking up to you and kicking you in the shin and saying, "You are such a duty head." Would you really buy into it? No, you wouldn't. You'd laugh.
Ah.
Number two, make the decision, but then stick with it. Don't go back and forth. Too much agita in the gut.
Mm-hmm.
Don't discuss legalities if somebody is getting a divorce, if, wills, nothing legal. Politics, religion, legality. Yeah, you could enjoy yourself, but just, what's toxic. Stay away from the toxic pool.
All right. Spirit warrior. I'm a female, age 59. Do you see a lifelong male companion with some degree of happiness, or is it just not to be in this lifetime?
Well, let's check for a year at least. There's somebody a year from this December, entrepreneur type. You'd better love his business because that is kind of his mistress. But some degree of happiness. It sounds like you're already compromising. Don't do that. Okay. In order to have a relationship that does bring you happiness, realize that if it was postponed, it's because Spirit's working on the right person for you. And they're saying, please have patience. Patience. And third, it will be someone like you've never dated before. You heard earlier, I was with bad biker boys until Father Mulcahy showed up. And he's the one I've been married to for 20 years. So do not expect the typical person you would date.
Okay, here's our good friend Dore. Dore is my friend. She's in part of our psychic group, and she's got the pendulum. She's really good. And
she also has a baby.
Yeah, she goes, will my 51-year-old daughter find any resemblance of happy since losing the love of her life suddenly after 3 years of marriage? He passed almost 2 years ago, and I feel her grief every day.
It's very interesting, Dore. Notice I'm not even going for my books or my cards. What I'm seeing is a shadow over her, but it's not a shadow over her. The one that she lost has her back and will send her somebody else that they know is going to be able to. I don't know if you know the idea of kintsukuroi, Dore. It is Japanese. It is the idea of something is more beautiful because it's been broken. If you see these bowls that have been broken into a few pieces and they glue them back together, but over the cracks they have painted gold, so it's a whole new beautiful pattern. That's what her upstairs husband, is how I would put it, is looking for. Someone that can heal her, and he will send it. So have faith Have faith. The right person will come along because her husband will pick them out.
Wow. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. You didn't even need the cards on that one.
Mm.
Paula PG, what energy shift do I need to stop my dog from marking when I take him to someone's house? He's a COVID dog and he gets excited.
Okay. I am going to send you to, remember, the mark of a professional intuitive is if they know someone who's better than they are, they'll send you. This is the person that I want you to find. You can find her on Facebook. Her name is Catherine Knock. She's English. How do I know she's good? Because when I need to talk to her about one of my kids, you can't see it, but behind the red curtain, is a bookshelf, and they all come scrambling and they jump onto the shelf that's reserved for cat naps
Right?
because they see her and like a bunch of rowdy 4-year-olds, they all want to talk to Auntie Kay.
Ah,
So again, Catherine Knock, you can get an appointment with her very, very quickly. Find her on Facebook, Catherine Knock, Animal Communicator, something like that, or Animal Intuitive. You
right?
can say I sent you. She is just about the best out there at this point.
Wow. And there's also a cool lady that I need to have back on the show, Marla Freeze. Did you ever watch when Marla was on?
Didn't
Huh?
know Marla. Did not know her.
She's one of us. She's one of our people. Marla was the one that she deals with animals a lot, and she feels
Okay.
that I don't know if I told you the story that we were sitting at a outdoor cafe in Studio City, California. Me, Champers, and my best friend Johnny and his husband Colton, and we're sitting there. Okay, and this woman walks by, very beautiful woman, blonde, and she says, "Oh." And I'm like, okay. She goes, I'm sorry, but your dog is telling me something. Now you have to understand, I'm the type of person that, nothing baffles me when it comes to spirituality and psychics and tarot readers. And I said, excuse me? She goes, your dog wants me to tell you something. And of course, my two friends are going, Michael always attracts the crazies. And she goes, my name is Marla Freeze. And she goes, the animals talk to me. And she goes, but, and she knew nothing. I'd never met this woman before. She goes, he is very upset that you're putting him on this THC, these edibles to calm him down. And I said, are you kidding? She goes, yes, he doesn't like it. He wants you to stop and immediately. And my jaw was on the floor. And I go, how do you know that? She goes, because he just told me. And I'm like going,
so
a week
get
before.
Paula. Yeah.
A week before, I had bought the to calm his little chihuahua ass down.
Yeah.
I bought him this, and I was blown away. And she goes, I bought it.
Get her back on the show.
She was an actress. I mean, she's very beautiful. She was an actress in the early 80s, and she gave it up because she decided to pursue her ability to be spiritual, healing, and a psychic intuitive. And
get her back on the show.
I want to get her back on the show. And she had mentioned to me about a month ago, she goes, Michael, when am I coming back? I said, soon, when I get back. And, it was, that is, you would love her. I will connect you. I mean, it's just amazing because she would probably tell you things what your little kitty cats are saying to you.
Little kitty cats, 27-pound Maine Coon the size of a beagle is not a little kitty cat.
But I just thought it was funny. Okay, here we go. Viv Guy. Oh, by the way, Dore says, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Here we go. Viv says, do you see my ex-boyfriend coming back to me? Does he still love me? Well, he's your ex. That's like,
why do people want their exes back? I do not understand it, but I'm pulling cards. Now,
here we go.
This is what I usually call the archetypal Italian guy card. And I grew up around Philly, so I know from this. Jealous, possessive, wants what they want when they want it, don't care if his blood's on the sword.
Right?
Never going to give you enough time. Yeah, he might come back. Until you say no, he will always circle back because you're convenient.
Mm-hmm.
But I love him. Sometimes love isn't enough without respect. So is he going to come back? Yeah. Is he going to leave again? Yeah. Is your middle name Yo-Yo? It's up to you.
Okay, we're going to do one more question. But before we do this, I want to put this up. This is how you can book a reading. This is how you can get books. This is how you can find out everything you want to know about Corbie Mitleid. And it's right there. And of course, I put this up and a great question pops up. So this is good.
Okay.
But anyway, this is at CorbieMitleid.com. Crystal Gem says, some say I'm intuitive. Will I be able to increase my abilities?
Of course. Everybody is intuitive. We're all wired like the same. Get this book. I have this by me because this is the book I recommend to everybody. It's how I started 30 years ago to get really serious. Okay.
Right.
Opening to channel, how to connect with your guide, Sanaya Roman and Dwayne Packer. And the reason I like this is they teach you how to keep yourself safe, not just, yes, let's go play in the celestial playground.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yes, you absolutely can.
And then one more that just popped in. Tamara Nelson says, good afternoon. My question is, should I stay out west or move back east? As you
I'm a
think
New
north?
Yorker. Of course you're supposed to come east with the rest of us. But I'll do the cards. No.
I came back east. I would love to. If I came back east, it would be New York City.
Oh, God help New York if you and I are in the same state.
Oi. There we go. This is it.
Okay. West, only if it's balanced. East, this is either argument or brainstorming. Remember, we in the East will interrupt what you have to say. Not that we're trying to be rude, but there's so much energy in us.
Right.
You know, it's like when I moved to Atlanta for 7-8 years, pansies in January were cool, but I couldn't deal with how slow it. I am not a magnolia, I'm a bagel.
Thank you very much.
So what you need to do is you need to look at the energy in the East versus your energy in the West.
See, I could never live in the South again. I will visit there, but I just can't live with the humidity and the mosquitoes and all those things. Oh, somebody, I have a Maine Coon also, very big boy. His name is Harvey. Maine Coon, okay. Sorry, it's my fault. I looked
all right. Wait, you don't mention a Maine Coon to me without you get to see a picture of my boy.
You get to see a picture, Holly. Here we go.
You just do. All right. This is Prawn, otherwise known as the High Commander.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun,
yes.
dun, 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 dun.
The reason he is Prawn is because I watched him born. He's from England. And for the first 10 days, he was the littlest one. And I said, hey, Steph, how come I'm getting the shrimpy guy? And she goes, oh, no, over here we call them prawns. So he became the prawn. And he's now a 27-pound king prawn or jumbo shrimp, depending. So yay, Maine Coons, little dogs in cat suits.
Anyway, there you have it, folks. Have you had a good time?
I could do this every week.
I know. I'm like, this is crazy. But you know what? Everybody's saying thank you for this. Tamara says thank you. Born in Ohio, definitely a different way of living out west. Paula PG says thank you, thank you, thank you. Viv says thank you. Everybody says thank you. When we get off of here, Corbie are going to set up her next appearance in November. Which we'll set up. And Gina said thank you. Everybody's saying thank you, Corbie. You can see it
wonderful to play with y'all.
And yeah, I'll be around for a few more weeks, and lots of great things going on. Once again, the incredible Corbie Mitleid. You know how to get a hold of her at CorbieMitleid.com and get a reading. Ask Richard. It was well worth it. Good night, everybody.